Hello friends and welcome to this session for GATE and ESC Electrical Engineering. My friend, this session is going to be one of the most awesome session and you are going to really learn something very new and something that will help you in the exam. In the exam for GATE, may it be 2021 or it may be 2022. Now, before we start the lecture, my friend, let me introduce you myself. My name is Ankit Goyal. I got AIR 1 in GATE 2014 and GATE 2018. And my friend, I was also awarded the President of India Gold Medal by the President himself in the year 2013 when I graduated from IIT Indore. Presently, I am working as a director at an academy for GATE department, and that is why constantly I am able to bring new and more initiatives for you. Because an academy is not an institute. An academy is not a coaching. An academy is more of a revolution. An academy is more of a feeling. An academy has everything right that is wrong with every other coaching institute in the country. The name An Academy, my friend, has been comprised of two words, un and academy. That means it has everything that is not there in an academy. So an academy cares about the student in the best way possible. It cares about the student most than or more than any other person can. All the initiatives are centered on the student. That is, they are always working towards the student welfare. And that is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system. That is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system free of cost on our YouTube channel. So my friend, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, make sure that you have subscribed, because we have electrical machine, power electronics, power system, communication system, EMT, EDC, network, signal, control, digital, everything is here on this channel, that too free of cost, my friend. But what has An Academy done? An Academy has brought a revolution in the country where they are providing the most affordable education, and that too free of that too at the most affordable price, as well as free of cost on YouTube. So my friend, if you want to be a part of the revolution that An Academy has created by means of the courses that are running on An Academy, where they are bringing you the best ever educators of the country on a single platform. That is, you, my friend, can be able to learn from India's top educator at the cheapest or at the most affordable prices possible. At the most affordable prices possible. Now, my friend, I'm talking to you. You can dare to dream. You can dare to enter a PSU. You can dare to dream about MTech from an IIT. Why? Because An Academy has made it possible. An Academy has done everything that is required to get the best rank in GATE examination. So my friend, if you want to join An Academy, make sure that you use the code Ankit ESE, because the door to An Academy opens with this code, and this directly makes me your mentor so that I can guide you at each and every step regarding your GATE preparation. And not only this, you will also get 10% discount on your subscription. Now, what does An Academy bring for you? Not only the live classes. The live classes are the best part of An Academy, where you can interact with the educator, ask your doubt, and make sure that you understand each and every concept and then only exit the class. But other than that, you get dedicated doubt session, where you can post a pic of a question and ask any doubt, any number of doubts. Then you have weekly quizzes. Every Sunday we test how much you have understood. Then there are daily practice paper which we provide you for practice. Then there are practice questions from An Academy. Then there are test series from An Academy. Then there is crash course where we will boost your rank in the last few months. There is rank improvement batch for the students who have already done well in the GATE examination. Now, my friend, all of this just with one subscription fees, where you don't have to pay anything again and again or anything extra. That is the magic of An Academy. Just join An Academy without thinking too much.
Hi guys, in the last lecture we saw the structure of a UG cable, in which we saw different layers. The first layer was core, which was used to carry the current from the sending end to the receiving end. Then we were covering it by means of an insulating layer so that there is no leakage current to the ground. Then we protected the insulation by means of a sheath or a metallic sheath. And then we protected the cable or the sheath by a layer called as bedding. Then we protected the cable from mechanical damage by a layer called armoring. And the outer covering was called as surveying, which protected the armoring. Then we saw the insulation resistance, which was rho by 2 pi L ln R by R, where capital R is the sheath radius and small r is the conductor radius. Then we saw electric field distribution, which we derived as V by X ln R by R. So we saw maximum electric field occurred at the conductor surface, it was this, and minimum electric field was this much. And we saw the most economic radius was R is equal to R by E. So in this lecture we will continue from this point. So in the last lecture we saw that due to a difference between Emax and Emin, the insulator was not fully utilized, or the insulating requirement was more. Due to high Emax we will require the more insulation, which increased the cost of the cable. So that is why we want the electric field distribution to be uniform, or there should be less difference between Emax and Emin. Okay, so Emax and Emin should be as close as possible. Ideally, the electric field should be constant. So G, or the electric field, is lambda by 2 pi epsilon x. If this is to be taken as constant, then epsilon x will be constant. That means as x increases, epsilon should decrease. So as we move from the center or the core to the sheath, the permittivity should decrease. But the thing is, one material can have only one value of permittivity. So that means as we move outwards, we must continuously change the material or the insulating material. But that means we would require an infinite number of insulators, which is not possible practically. Okay? Because at every point, permittivity will be different and the material will also be different. So we need infinite number of dielectric materials. That is why instead of using the infinite number of dielectric materials, what we do is we use 3 or 4 dielectrics, that is called as grading of the cable. As it is shown here, we are using 3 dielectrics having a permittivity epsilon 1, epsilon 2 and epsilon 3. So that is why we are approximating infinite number of dielectrics by finite number of dielectrics so as to reduce the difference between Emax and Emin. Though it will not make the difference 0, but it will certainly reduce the difference. Now there are two criteria. One, we can keep the factor of safety same for all dielectrics, or other thing that we can do is we can keep the working stress or the maximum electric field same. Okay. Why are these criteria required? The thing is, now I give you 4 dielectrics having different permittivities. How do you know which dielectric will be placed near to the conductor and which will be placed outside? We do not randomly arrange the dielectrics. There must be some method. So to place the dielectrics, we have two procedures: keeping the factor of safety same or keeping working stress to be same. So let us see first of all keeping the factor of safety constant. What is the factor of safety? Now I told you dielectric strength should always be greater than the maximum electric field, so the dielectric does not break down. So dielectric strength divided by Emax is called as factor of safety. Means how much margin are you using while using a dielectric. Suppose maximum electric field is 15 kV per mm, then the dielectric strength should be greater than 15, let us say 20. Then 20 by 15 will give me the safety factor. Okay. Now for material 1, if we see the maximum dielectric field for the maximum electric field for any insulator will occur at the inner surface of the dielectric. As we saw, the maximum electric field occurs at the surface of conductor or the inner surface of dielectric. So maximum electric field for first material will be lambda by 2 pi epsilon 1 r, because r is the radius of inner surface. Emax 2, it will be lambda by 2 pi epsilon 2. The inner radius for material 2 is r1. Emax 3 will be lambda by 2 pi epsilon 3 r2, because inner surface of epsilon 3 will be r2 radius. Now Emax can be written as g by factor of safety. Let us say g1 by f, g2 by f, g3 by f. Here I have kept factor of safety same for all the materials. Now if you calculate here lambda f by 2 pi, lambda f by 2 pi in case of first material will be epsilon r g1. For second it will be epsilon 2 r1 g2. For third it will be epsilon 3 r2 g3. Now we know r is less than r1 is less than r2. Okay, so it implies epsilon 1 g1 should be greater than epsilon 2 g2 should be greater than epsilon 3 g3. Since the product must be constant, so if AB is constant, if A is high, B must be low, or if A is low, B must be high. Since R is the lowest value, the other term must be the highest. So that means the dielectric which has the highest product of permittivity and the dielectric strength should be placed nearest to the conductor. Okay, because which dielectric is nearest to the conductor here? Epsilon 1, and we see the product of epsilon 1 into G1 is highest. So the criteria goes something like this: material with highest dielectric strength and the permittivity product will be placed closest to the core. Next, if we keep the working stress same, working stress is the maximum electric field. Now maximum electric field for first one was lambda by 2 pi epsilon 1 r should be equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon 2 r1 or lambda by 2 pi epsilon 3 r2. Now comparing, we will get epsilon 1 r is equal to epsilon 2 r1 is equal to epsilon 3 r2. Since r is less than r1 is less than r2, epsilon 1 will be greater than epsilon 2 will be greater than epsilon 3. So with the material which has the highest permittivity will be closest to the conductor. Now if you see the graph that is plotted here, Emax is same for all the three materials. That is what a criteria I am using. Emax is same for all the three materials. So if you see the difference between Emax and Emin is this much. If there was only a single dielectric, the graph would go something like this. So if you see, the difference would have been higher. Okay. So due to maintaining more dielectrics, the ripple in the electric field or the difference between minimum and maximum electric field would be low. Okay. So that is why we use multiple dielectrics instead of a single dielectric. That is called as grading of the cable. Now let us talk about capacitance of the cable. As we saw when we compared it with the overhead line, capacitance of the cable is higher than the overhead line. That means we need to determine the capacitance. How were we determining the capacitance in overhead line? We were determining something like this. In the last lecture we derived lambda was 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon r v over ln r by r. So capacitance would be 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon r over ln r by r. This formula is similar to what we derived for overhead line. There it was 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon r ln GMD by r. So here instead of GMD we are getting the sheath radius. Okay, that is the radius of the outer surface of the insulator. If we want to determine the line charging current, it should be V by XC, or we can say omega C phase V phase. The same formula that we studied for the case of overhead line. But here what I am doing is, I have one core and I have one insulator, something like this. Okay, so the core radius is small r and the insulator radius is capital R. But in case of three-phase cable, inside a single cable we will have multiple conductors. Then what happens to the capacitance? Whenever we have three-phase conductor inside a single cable, it is called as three-core cable or three-conductor cable, because we have three cores or three conductors each belonging to a different phase. Now if you see, whenever we have three conductors, when we had one conductor, there was a capacitance that was being formed between the conductor and the sheath. Okay, or we can say core to sheath capacitance when we had only single core. So this CS here represents the core to sheath capacitance. But similarly, as we studied in overhead transmission line, between two transmission lines always there is some capacitance, that is core to core capacitance CC here. So we have two capacitances in total. One is the core to sheath capacitance CS and one is the intercore capacitance, that is CC. But now if I ask you, suppose these are three phases, let us say A, B, C. If we ask what is the capacitance of phase A, so we do not know the capacitance per phase, but to determine the line charging current or the reactive power, we need the capacitance per phase. So how to convert or how to differentiate the capacitance of different phases? We must convert this delta into star. Now when we convert delta into star, Z delta is Z star by 3. So it will be 1 by omega C delta will be 1 by omega C star into 3. So C delta will be, so it will be Z star will be, it should be Z star will be Z delta by 3. So here it will be C star C delta. So it implies 3C delta will be equal to C star. So when we go from delta to star, the capacitance that will be formed in star will be 3 times Cc. Then how will my connection look like? It will be something like this: CS, CS, CS. It will be 3cc, 3cc, 3cc. But what happens is, since now we have a neutral point which was not available earlier, so we need to make it neutral, or we need to make it at the ground potential. Now we will assume that the sheath is always at the ground potential. So we can connect the neutral to the sheath so as it is also at the ground potential. Now to determine the capacitance per phase, we need to combine this CS and 3cc. It appears here that both are in series, but in actual both are connected in parallel. How? For parallel connection, what is the condition? If two devices are in parallel, then both their plates must be common. So if you see here, this plate is common and this plate is also common, something like this. So both the plates of the two capacitors are common, so both are connected in parallel. In parallel, the equivalent will be addition of the two, CS plus 3cc. Okay, this will be your per phase capacitance when both the capacitors are connected in parallel. Okay. Now we need to understand how to calculate this CS and CC. First of all, the insulation level. Now there will be two insulation levels in case of the 3-core cable. One insulation level will lie between the two cores and one between the core and sheath. The voltage between the core and sheath will be actually the phase voltage. So core to sheath insulation level will be decided on the basis of phase voltage. But the voltage between the two cores will be actually line voltage. So core to core insulation level will be decided on the basis of line voltage. Now we do not know CC and CS, we need an experimental procedure in which we can determine CS, CC and C phase. So let us see what we can do. So let us first, what we do is, we will connect two cores to the sheath. Let me say I am connecting these two cores to the sheath and I am measuring the capacitance between remaining core and sheath. Let me call this capacitance C1. Now what will happen? This capacitor gets short circuited. This also gets short circuited here. And this capacitor is also short circuited like this. So this capacitor, this and this will be removed. So what I will have is, this is CC, CC and CS. Okay. Now if you see, one terminal is common in these three capacitors and other terminal, that is the sheath. So what will be the equivalent capacitance? All three are connected in parallel. C1 will be CS plus 2CC. Okay, since two terminals are common in all the three capacitors. So that is what we have, one equation for finding out CS and CC. Next what we do is, we will connect all the three cores together and then measure the capacitance between core and sheath. All three will be connected together. So all the three CCs are getting short circuited. So what I have essentially is, this sort of circuit, because the internal capacitances will be removed, or we can say intercore capacitance is removed. Now if we measure the capacitance between the core and the sheath, let me call it as C2. What will be this C2? Here if you see, this terminal is common for all the three capacitor and this terminal is also common for all the three capacitor. So C2 will be 3 times CS. This is my second equation. So from here I know CS is equal to C2 by 3. So we know CS. We know CS plus 2CC is equal to C1. So we can say CC is equal to C1 by 2 minus C2 by 6. I have substituted CS is equal to C2 by 3. Now we know CS and CC, we can calculate C phase. That is CS plus 3CC. C2 by 3, 3C1 by 2 minus C2 by 2. So it will be 3C1 by 2 minus C2 by 6. That will be my C phase. So this way we can calculate phase capacitance. We can calculate the core to sheath capacitance as well as the intercore capacitance. Okay. But let us take another case. Now what we do is, we connect one core to the sheath and we measure the capacitance between remaining two cores. Let me call it as C3. Then what will happen? If this core is connected to sheath, concentrate on these two capacitance. This terminal is common. This terminal is also common by means of sheath. So both these capacitors are connected in parallel. So what will happen is, CS plus CC, CS plus CC, and this is CC. Okay. Now they have only one terminal common, this one, and this is connected to other capacitor CC. So both are in series. If two equal capacitors are connected in series, equivalent is C by 2. So it will be CS plus CC divided by 2, and here it will be CC. If we add both, it will be 3CC by 2 plus CS by 2, which will be equal to C phase by 2. So that means I can say C phase is equal to 2 times C3. This is the most important case that you must always remember, because sometimes if I am asking you the line charging current, I might not be giving you C phase directly, rather I will be giving you C3. So you need to double it and then find C phase to find the line charging current. So if you see in this case, we can directly get the per phase capacitance, no need to calculate CS and CC individually. So let us summarize what we covered in this lecture. We first saw the grading of cable, in this we saw factor of safety can be same or Emax is same. If factor of safety is kept same, then the material with the highest product of permittivity and the dielectric strength is kept nearest to the conductor, and if Emax is kept same, material with highest permittivity is kept nearest to the conductor. Then we saw capacitance, which was 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon r divided by ln r by r. Then we saw capacitance of 3-core cable, in which we saw 3 cases. First of all, C phase was computed as CS plus 3cc, and then what we did is we connected 2 cores to sheath and measured the capacitance between core and sheath. That was C1 CS plus 2cc. If we connected all the 3 capacitors together, it was 3CS. Then we connected one conductor to sheath and measured the capacitance between the other 2 conductors, C3, that was C phase by 2. So these 3 cases we saw to measure the capacitance of a 3-core cable. So this is all from this lecture. In the next lecture we will see what kind of losses do occur in a cable. As we saw in case of overhead line, I square and V square G losses and the corona loss, what kind of losses does a cable?
So my friend, if you want to join Unacademy, if you liked the lecture, if you like the content that you have just watched, and you have decided that Unacademy is the right place for you, and you want to learn with me, you want to learn from me, then don't hesitate, because that is where we are conducting free classes every day that will boost your GATE rank. So if you decide to take subscription, click on GATE and ESE, click on get subscription. After this, you can choose the plan that you want to opt for. The final year and dropper can take 1-year plan, second and the third year can take 2-year plan. But don't forget to use the code Ankit ESE. This will give you 10% off, as well as it will bring you under my guidance. And as you can see, the prices are really affordable, my friend. It is much less than any other institute can offer you, and that is why I keep repeating, Unacademy is not an academy. It is a revolution. It is a feeling. You can make the payment by credit, debit card, EMI, net banking. Also, EMI is available on debit card, but for HDFC debit card and Bajaj Finserv debit card. So if you are from a weak financial background, you can pay the amount in installments, but only use the code Ankit ESE. And my friend, these are some videos where I have told how to study, how to get the best rank in GATE, and these videos will really help you in cracking GATE. So make sure that you watch each and every one of them. And my friend, these are our other channels, like for mechanical we have, for civil also we have, for computer science we have for SSC, JEE, all branches, electrical, mechanical, civil. And on this channel we have the previous year question video solution, that too free of cost. And many more channels will be coming very soon for you guys. So be a part of our YouTube family, and you can take the benefit of all the free content that we are bringing. And my friend, this is my Telegram channel, where you will find the notes of each and every lecture that I take. And this is my Unacademy profile, which you can follow to watch my content for free on Unacademy, because there also I am taking regular free classes. So if you can't afford to join Unacademy, then keep associated with us, keep sharing the content that we are providing, and work towards making this YouTube family bigger and better. We'll keep bringing more and more content for you, and the only fees that you have to pay, my friend, is that you have to work hard and you have to share and like each and every video that we are uploading. So that way this family gets bigger. Even the student in a rural area can take the benefit of the free initiatives that we have started. And my friend, you also get the best rank in GATE without having to stress about how to pay. So if you can't be paying or you can't afford to pay, then make sure that you are building this YouTube family, a bigger and a better YouTube family, the biggest and the best community of all electrical engineers. So that is all from my side. See you again in the next lecture. Thank you.